morning, everyone. Tonia Reeves, Australia's Cowgirl Medium, here with the awesome Tony Kisser of the Human Repair Shop. Hey.
That's me.
Woohoo.
Hello.
Hey.
We're back on. I know. I'm excited.
I know. I'm excited too. I'm coming to Sydney this weekend. I'm so excited, MBS Festival. But besides that, I noticed this morning and I'm like, right, where's our Sydney followers? We need
where
to
are they?
Yeah, we're going to comment on your the best, what do you call it? You did
Thing.
your little pose, the best caption.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what we have to do? It reminds me, I've got to change the Facebook because you use the business one, which I never use. So
Yep.
we'll have to get onto the other Facebook page, but that's fine.
Yes.
That's an admin thing. Jen's on board, Tasha's on board. Yes, the caption this competition.
Yes. So we need to get on and caption this, but we need to have someone from Sydney because then they can come and do Pilates. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty good caption, this. This is, where's the camera? There you go. I ask people to caption that, right? That's me. I don't even know what the pose is. I've got no idea. It's just terrible.
Love it.
There it is. And I went, I caption that. If I do that, does that work out? Not really. There you go. Caption that. That's what we, and that's me trying to do something. God knows what it is. It's not classy.
Hold my beer. Hold my beer.
And we've already had some funny ones, so it's been quite good. But it is exciting. You come to Sydney, so I'm really excited about because I get to hang out with you, and people get to go to the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival and have an amazing experience where they get to connect with loved ones that have passed away, which is pretty special. Katrina, Jen, Natasha are all on board. Good to have you on board. So yeah, it's been a really good week this week. How's the energy how's the energy in everybody's world? My energy is pretty good. I've had a pretty good week, as you know. A bird shitted on my shoulder the other day, and
I love that. I loved it. I think I commented, and then my comment deleted. I don't know, but I was like,
no.
In true Tony form, nothing's but done by half.
No. This is a big bit of shit too. Let's be honest. This bird really was. What?
It is a definite sign. So come on, guys, all of those on board. Hey, Treen, my beautiful cousin, comment on Tony had a big bird shit on his shoulder. Let's see what everyone's picking up around that because I think it's funny. It was on your right shoulder, yeah?
Yeah, on this shoulder, which is...
Oh, left.
This one? It was on left.
Left shoulder. Okay.
My energy was great, Tash says. Still had to go back to work on Monday after being away. I know that being away, it's always so cool when you get back to work, but I'm glad you did do that. They had some good energy. The energy is good at the moment, I think so. How's your energy at the moment, Tom? Where's it at?
Yeah, I'm excited. We've been everywhere, man. We've been went and picked up a gooseneck, so I'm ready to get that all signed up and, ready to hit the road next year. So we're just kind of decking it out and,
nice.
Which is pretty exciting.
Look, for us people that live in the city, may not be familiar with what actually a gooseneck is. Me being one of those people that live in the city and have no idea what is it. For us simple folk, for us town folk, what is a gooseneck? Besides a bit of anatomy that belongs to a goose.
So a gooseneck is a horse trailer that has living quarters, usually, not every time, but pretty much for the most part. A gooseneck is a horse trailer that has accommodation and has you put a ball in the back of your ute, and it has the actual hitch is on the tub of the ute. So rather than it being a van, Kathy would be familiar with these because in the US, really, really common, and they're pretty common here too. But basically, it's a steadier way to tow, like better than a float. And it does sit on the road beautifully.
But wait, does it have living quarters in there for the horse or for a human?
No, for a human. So you've got living quarters for the human in the front, and you carry the horses in the back.
I'm just thinking the horse going, I think I might go to the rumpus room and have some cognac and maybe a game of billiards. Yeah, why not? Come on, Jeremy, let's go and play some billiards in the rumpus room.
Exactly.
Nice living.
Maybe a coffee, please.
Jen's got something funny here. where Kathy, it's meant to be like, and Jen follows up. She goes, go and buy a lottery ticket. Do you know what, Jen? I've had either guidance from the universe to go and buy a lottery ticket after being shattered on, or it's my sixth sense of humor going, oh, how funny would this be if I did win the lotto? That would be hilarious. So I'm doing it. I don't know if but there's a driver there. And I don't know if it's my comedy driver or if it's my spiritual guides telling me to go fricking buy a lottery ticket. So Jen, thank you. I'm doing that today. And knowing mine, like I'll win the lotto and the major jackpot will be like $80. And that's all I come away with.
Yeah, there's 20 other people that have won it on that particular night. Never happened before.
Yeah, exactly. Once in a million years that 1,000 people won lotto, you'll all be getting $32.50 each. It'll be great. Yeah.
That's funny. So
but
funny.
I will do it. I will do it. Here you go. Jen's got people. She goes recovering from surgery. Oh, I hope you're okay. So that's never an easy one. Oh, they have Sil from Ireland and family. So you got, geez, your liver's going to be screwed, Jen, if you're going to take him out here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, that's nice. It's great when you have we as you know, Jen, we had all his family come over from Ireland for about 3 weeks, and I don't know why, but you know what, Tonia, is when they and you guys would know this. When they actually make the effort to come from Europe to Australia, it's a big thing. Like it's huge for us. We're used to going overseas. We have to, but for them to come over, it's a really, really big thing. So you try to do as much as you can for the 3 weeks. You really, you go see every site you can see. You go to every bar you think they're going to want to go to, or every restaurant. You do all this stuff. It's quite exhausting on both parties. So Jen, I reckon that's what you are. She goes, you can't drink. Oh, that's all right. I'm sure you'll find a way. Lucy's on board. Lucy, good morning. How are you? Great to have you on board. Tash goes, that's okay, Tony. It's a bit extra you didn't have. Yeah.
$32.50. Just imagine
just double my bank account.
I know. Imagine all the numbers come up, and you're like, in that moment, you'd probably spend a bit on something. Well, you'd go and shout at everyone, wouldn't you? Like, and then it came back that it was.
Okay, so nothing's changed. So what else happens after I've shouted at everyone? That's it.
No, well, you would never ever normally do that because you're Hungarian. It doesn't happen.
No, I do. I actually like going out and shouting people. I go, here you go. Do you want a drink? Do you want a drink? Yeah, here you have this. Do you want something to eat? What do I care? I'm always been a sharer. Typical Hungarian. You're right. Tight ass as that. I can put your hand in your pocket. But yeah, no. What would you do? Let's say, okay, this is it. If you won lotto tomorrow, what would change in your life? What would change in your life, Tonia Reeves?
I don't really know because, I think to me sharing would be big. Like it'd be like making a difference to others, like the probably helping the kids out, being able to help people that need it. So that would be a real driver to say, we've set ourselves up pretty well, in the position we're in. We did work really hard to do that. So it's kind of like we feel very blessed to be in that position. And it's not that you can always do with more money. I think no matter how much you have, it's like it can change. But in saying that, I would spend it on, like I want to get out to country areas next year. I'd spend it on campaigning that. So that and I would be doing readings for nothing for all of those that have lost loved ones, through whether it's children or suicide. I would just, to me, that would be awesome to be able to fund me to do that and offer that to people. Which that is my goal. It really is, to be honest, is to be able.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, set up enough so that I can reach out to those and offer my time and So I'd love that. That would be my goal.
Okay, interesting. I like it. It's a very humanitarian approach. It's lovely, actually. It's pretty cool. It is very cool. Kathy comes up, Tony, little fish are sweet. Yes, they are. Very funny. I like it. But yeah, look, it would question what would you do differently. And I always think if you would do anything dramatically or drastically different that you're not happy already and you're thinking the money's going to change it. So a lot of people go, I'd change my job or I'd quit my job or whatever it is. And I think, okay, well then why don't you just do that now without having the lotto? Like do what you like doing. Yeah, that's it. Hey, Mel, how are you? Good to have you on board. So let's go. We're going Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival this weekend. What are you looking forward to, Tonia? There's always a good buzz in Sydney for sure.
Oh, I love the vibe in Sydney, and look, I just love, and I always feel really honoured to be on stage at the MBS. Like it is a lot of like the fun, the healing, the connections, like the next level. When you've got audience numbers of for the most part 250 to 300 at least, it's it's really massive. And I often get asked this, and I think I had the conversation with Jen when I was down in Tassie. What do you prefer, like a massive big audience or a small audience? And I can honestly say they're both equal to me, because you've got connections in different variations. So the bigger numbers, you're able to reach a lot more people in one session. So I mean, that's kind of ideal to really help a lot of people at once. But certainly the smaller ones are more intimate, and you can really it can be a bit more personalized, so that has benefits as well. But I love the vibe at Sydney. I get to catch up with some amazing people. I did a podcast with a gorgeous girl who she's called the Mermaid Medium, and she's got a potty that she's just started.
Nice.
Yeah. Mermaid energy stepping into next year, apparently. So yes, she did an interview with me last week. So I think that's on Spotify, and we've already had so much feedback. People coming in and going, they loved, and we just connected. Like, she is a lot like me, chilled out, no fucks given. Like just keeping it real. So we had a lot of fun. We did have a lot of fun.
Good.
That was entertaining.
Happy to hear that. No, it's nice. And Tasha, I know this is off topic, but my doctor has put me on injection.
Yeah, I know a few people, same Tash. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep. And that's why I say to people that are going to go and have the operation, I say, try that first. If that's going to help you get you in the space. Yeah. That's so cool, Tash. Well done. See what's Jen, but I think everyone knew everyone at the Georgetown Golf Club. It was interesting, and that is an interesting thing. I just want to go to that, Tony, for a second, off topic. When you go to country areas, everyone knows everyone. So when you're connecting, you actually get a pretty strong vibe, a pretty powerful vibe, because what you're sharing, other people know as well. So they're all like, "Oh my God, how did she know that?" Because they're not just waiting for the feedback from that person. They actually know, not everything, but certainly a lot of the things.
Yeah, nice. That's it. Do you feel that it connects the community even stronger in that sense when you?
I do. I really do. And I know with my last one in Hay, I'm sure there'd be people that would reach out to other people in that audience that maybe weren't friends or necessarily connected, but they would have found connections within that group session. So I do. I feel that. And I also think that in a small town, people are a bit reluctant sometimes to be open. And when we all are in that position of vulnerability, that's when the connections are really amplified. So that's kind of, I think, Tony, that's a real big part of, going to the country areas. And, because I can go there, do my thing, and then I wander off and I go on to the next one, but everyone else is still there. So if you can make a difference where they might have suddenly find they've got common ground with somebody that they might have said g'day to, here and there, but never really had an understanding of that person and what they've been through, then I definitely think it would help.
I like that a lot, because there's that piece where you say, people being vulnerable in their community, they don't know stuff about people. They know the surface stuff, like, Bob's a farmer, he's got 3 horses, and Jenny down the road's got 12 chickens, and all she does is complain, right? And that's pretty much that's the frame or the filter you'd have on somebody. But as you're saying, you're having a deeper conversation, and they're creating it. The deeper the conversation, the deeper the connection, is what it sounds like. And then, for example, there's a couple of guys that we train with, and both of them didn't really know each other too well. They'd like, hi, how are you? And greet each other. So, you know, they were acquaintances and then they became friends. But what happened was they've both had surgery, knee operations, and they both somehow, very unluckily, got infections from the surgery. Very rare to happen. It's like 1 in a million that it happens, but it does happen. It's not negligence. It's just really unlucky. But anyhow, these guys are quite strong people within the community. They're always positive. They're always upbeat and everything like that. And then they started to talk to each other, they were just saying, geez, this has really got me down and out. And they became quite vulnerable to one another. And what's really interesting, the friendship that they've actually formed is so super cool because, you know, they were both being vulnerable. They didn't have to be their strong, because when they were their strong, you know, confident self, there was no real connection there. But now that they've stripped that body armor, they've gone, oh, actually, dude, like, you know, I'm actually getting to know you. And that's what the other guy said. That's what you're saying, is that what you're doing is creating that sense of a stronger community by creating a sense of vulnerability, by, I suppose, exposing somebody's pain in a very gentle way, if that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of creating that thing where we're all being relatable.
Yep. Yeah,
and I try
it's
not
relatable, it's being a human being, yeah.
Yeah, and I try and do that with my shows. It's probably something that I try and bring that across and say, look, I'm just human too. Like, as in,
Yep.
there's nothing special about me. Yeah, I might be standing up on stage, but it's not all, you know, I'm just the channel.
Look at this, is Tonia Reeves being humble.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
I'm standing up on
all remember
stage, and
we're all one
your humbleness is this. Yeah, because I'm up on stage
in front of
and there's
300 people.
52,000 people. And you know, you guys have paid a lot of money to see me. Like, I'm just one of you guys. I'm humble as, you know, and
Well, that's my feedback. Everyone goes, "Oh my God, you're so down to earth." Yes, I am. They expect you to be a diva. That's what I find so funny. Is like people expect that you're. I don't know what they like. To me, I'm just like, we're just all human. Like, you know, and I suppose maybe some people put people up on a pedestal, but to me, I'm like, we're all equal. We all came from the same place.
Exactly.
I love
and
this.
Nita's got one here.
We've got missing birth certificates and passport. Okay,
You guys,
that's
big things happened. Have contract on our house and a big move happening. Congratulations, Anita. It's stressful but exciting at the same time. So big congrats there. If only my guides can help me find my missing in action birth certificate, trying to stay calm amongst the busy. Do you know what, Anita? I don't know if this helps you out at all, but we're going to go there. I remember I had to find my birth certificate. I don't know I still don't know where it is today. You can actually ask for a replacement. And the thing is, they'll try to charge you, but in reality, there's a loophole where they don't charge you. And I forgot how I did it, Anita. I know this is not helping you, but what is helping you is that, yes, you can get a replacement for free somehow. That's my 2 bits. So if you can't find it, get on there.
Don't you reckon too, like, if you want to manifest something to happen, go and replace something, or say, I've lost it, I'll go and buy another one, and guaranteed within a day you'll have found it.
You'll find it. Yep. It's frustrating, isn't it? It really is.
Even for me, like, sometimes I'm like, where the hell is something? Like, you know, sometimes I can get clear guidance, sometimes I don't, you know, but often, and I feel like for even Trine said the same, her birth certificate, passport is missing in action. Often when you find them, it's a place you've already looked. Right. Yep. So I say go back over where you've gone, no, I've ticked that off, because that is often, you know, it's like, why didn't I see it before? But for whatever reason, you were held up from finding it. I also think trusting, you've really got to go, I know I'm going to find it, and sit in that. So don't get all, oh my God, where is it? And freaked out. Just go, oh, I'll have a look, and try and, you know, be really calm with it. Now, a good example, Tony, I'll share this with this horse trailer. You know, because I love to share stories. But
what a segue! I like the segue already. It is
I should be in my horse trailer, shouldn't I? If it had a chair in there, I would.
Like, seriously, you've gone from missing a birth certificate and just moving right along seamlessly into something about a horse. Let's go. I like it. Yep.
I'm going to bring the
I'm on
horses in. Of
board.
course I do. Of course.
Yeah.
When I asked Spirit, because I was like, okay, now we only picked up my horse vote. What day is it today? Thursday. So we picked it up Tuesday or Monday.
This is the
I can't
gooseneck,
remember.
right?
Yeah. So this is a gooseneck. Picked it up Monday. Now I'm on my big ride a week from today. So I've got a week and a bit to get it sorted, make sure it's all good, blah, blah, blah. So I've been searching for this for probably 4 months or 5 months. And I knew I was guided by Spirit. They showed me that it was in New South Wales, that it was a white, like when I had the vision, it was white inside. Now, most of the ones, the brand that I've got, they are all wood inside. They're not white inside, right? This would be one that you don't see them. And I was like thinking, Spirit must have it wrong. Why are they showing me a white inside? And I'm like, oh, well, I have to trust. So sure enough, this one, so it ended up, stepping back, I put an ad going wanted because it got to that point where they're very hard to find this brand and this type that I wanted. And so I was really getting like, oh, I'm getting a bit close to the bone here. But I held the faith. I knew it was coming, but, a week and a bit out, which wasn't ideal. And so, yeah, I put the word out, and a girl messaged me and said, oh, we've got one, coming up. It's New South Wales. Here, I'll send you photos. And there was all the white interior.
There you go.
Yeah. So
I don't know how that helps Anita, but maybe.
because
So
you've
what
got
you're
to
saying to
visualize it.
Anita is,
You've got to visualize it.
Put a post
and
out,
keep the
Anita.
faith.
This is what I'm hearing. Anita, put a post out onto Facebook looking for my passport or my birth certificate.
She's
Can
done that
somebody
here.
please help me? And then somehow the universe, I don't know.
Excuse me, here's Tony Ann explaining it. Tony, you can read this one.
For it. I've been playing with neuroplasticity, and it's amazing. Tell your brain I can see my birth certificate and just get replaying why you look. Also ask for St. Anthony, good name that too, by the way, to help you find it. Combine the two and viola, or you'll hold on to it in no time. Is that viola? I don't know.
That's so cool. Love it. Thanks for sharing that, Tony Ann.
That is, yeah. Look, it's one of those things. It's Katrina says she feels like she's thrown out accidentally on one of my cleaning tangents. Yeah, look, that can happen too, Katrina. I'm a bit of a victim of that. Like I declutter. Do you ever do this? And then Katrina, where you just go, I don't need this shit anymore, and you get rid of heaps, and you feel so liberated. But the next thing you know, you've thrown out a check for like $28,000 and a birth certificate and a passport. And you're like, you look at your bank balance, you got like minus $7 in there. You go, what? Do you know what happened here? I was just cleaning up.
I literally did that last time. I did a tip run. I went, yes, I'm being ruthless, and I'd put a pile aside of what I was keeping, and it wasn't much of a pile, just a few things. And then I put the pile that I was throwing, and I got rid of them all. So all my because I cleaned out the linen press, and all my toppers for the mattresses that are so comfortable, they've got to
no, Tonia, are you serious?
And I was like, where did I put that? I was looking around going, where have I put these bloody things? And I went, oh no, they're at the tip.
Yeah.
Oh God. So it happens, like you say. What
it
can
does.
you do?
I like it. Over cleaning. You never want to over declutter or over clean because we throw away important things. That's today's lesson. See, a hoarder would never have this problem. Never.
No, they wouldn't. They can always find. Well, the thing is, hoarders hold things in case they need to use them, but they could never find them. It'd be like,
That's okay. It's there somewhere. That's what I know. It's here somewhere. I just don't know where. Which is more reassuring, going, oh, I think I might have thrown it out, which is pretty hard.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is very, very hard indeed. So I hope you find it, Anita. We're sending you positive birth certificate vibes.
Yes.
If you can do that. The neuroplasticity one, I like that one, Tony, and I'm going to go with this. I can see my birth certificate. Yeah, look. I get what you're saying because, my uncle used to have a real funny saying. Every time you lost something, Tony, and it will go in with what you're saying, and it might help you out, Anita. I don't know. I used to lose stuff, and I go, oh, where's my soccer ball or anything like that? And he goes, I know where it is. And I'd say to my uncle, I go, where? And he goes, it's wherever you put it last. And I used to hate that. I hate it. But you know what? There's a lot of truth to it too. So what I'd have to be thinking is, where did I put it last? So Tony, with what you're saying is, where is it, like, the neuroplasticity is, where did I put it last? Where did I put it last? And then, your brain will work it out. It will go searching for it.
Yeah.
I've been decluttering and still can't find it. Yeah, Nita, because you threw it out. You declutter. That's what happened. We've got Catherine Johnson all the way from Ireland. Hello, Catherine Johnson. How are you? Which part of Ireland are you from? Just to let you know, Catherine, I've married into the Irish now. So I've married a Galway girl. I'm very, very happy. She's one of 7, and I've taken a new love towards Guinness. Only in Ireland, though. There is a difference between Guinness in Ireland and also anywhere else in the world. It's a lot better in Ireland itself. So good to have you on board, though. Very, very good to have you on board. Like our internationals. Absolutely. But yeah, we talk all things spiritual and not spiritual, which is really, really cool. I mean, like with the mind, you're going.
We mix it all up a bit, don't we?
A little
we
bit.
love
Bit.
Ireland is, part of our crew, isn't it? Really, we love between Kathy in the US and then there's a few others from different parts. But we're really excited to have you on, Catherine. That's really cool.
Absolutely. And let's talk about things that what's important, Catherine. Don't worry about all the spiritual stuff. We can just push that to the side. We've got something more important. And I'm a big fan of the World Cup Rugby. Now, World Cup Rugby Union is huge, and it's over in Paris at the moment. It's in France. Ireland just came away from winning the Six Nations, which they did fantastically well. They beat France, who were threatened to actually take this World Cup over and win it. Ireland play the All Blacks this weekend. Big game. This is a huge game. Now, if Ireland can steamroll this, the likelihood of them winning the World Cup is just going to be that little bit sweeter. I really think Ireland can do it. I think they've got really great depth in their squad this time, whereas they didn't. They had one player, Johnny Sexton, unbelievable. As soon as he got injured, the whole Irish team would fall apart. And they've had those one or two. Now they've got a whole team of superstars, and they've got the depth in the squad. They've got the right coach. They've got the right structure. There is no way, Catherine, I'm saying now, watch out, Ireland, World Cup winners for sure. That's my sports update. You hate Ruby. It's rugby we're talking about, not Ruby. Have you been on the Guinnesses already there, Catherine? Come on. Put a G in there.
Tony's talking rugby. We're all glazing over.
Yeah, Darren, look, I have to entertain myself. Yeah, this is how you find out if there's a male listening to us, because they'll jump on very quickly. Or a fanatical female that's a rugby fan. And that's look, we've got our V8 supercar fans, we've got our rugby fans. I think we were all football fans, soccer fans when the Women's World Cup were on. We all embraced that. You had great updates from me every week. And I think we've learned some new stuff, haven't we, Tonia? Tony Ann says here, she goes, our brain is so literal. It is. The cognitive part of it is. That's how it's designed. When you look for something, say, I can't find it, your brain accepts it can't find it, and you don't. If you say, I can see it, then your brain plays too. Look, I agree. I went to my accountant the other day and I had to look for things that I could write off for my taxes. And I kept on saying, I can find more, I can find more. And guess what, Tony? And I did. It was amazing. It was brilliant. So I agree with you on that one.
Love it, love it, love it. So is everyone feeling a little bit more uplifted this week compared to previous weeks? Because it does seem to be energetically that we're starting to get into the swing of things a little bit more. And when you look at it, like, holy hell, we're in October already. Like, my goodness, where's the year gone? And before we know it, like, Christmas things are out already.
I know. Have you noticed Halloween and Christmas are competing at the moment? You've got Halloween stuff, right? And then and it's almost like this war of two festive holidays, right? And geez. Interesting.
Agreed. It's so interesting. Yeah, Anita's put here, you've uplifted me today, just what I needed, my soul family. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Anita. Anita, are you in Brisbane or Sydney? You're in Brisbane, I believe. I'm trying to remember where I caught up with Anita. She came to a show. Can't remember which state we were in. So anyway, Treen, how's your new job going? I haven't had a chance to have been, on the back burner to go message Treen.
It's just outside of Brisbane.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Catherine, what about you? What's happening over in Ireland? So Ireland will be going into what, their winter, will they, at this time, Tony?
Where are we? We're going into whatever, the opposite of whatever we're going into.
Autumn, maybe, for Ireland?
Autumn. Yep.
Yeah.
That will be it. And hey, Catherine, I'll be there in. Actually, I'll be over there in April.
We've been mental here, like really hot days. Then now we had a bit of rain. It's cloudy today, a bit cold.
It's insane. Today in Sydney, we've got apparently 30 to 35 degrees. Beginning of the week was 17 degrees. Like, this is double in 1 week. This is insane. We're pulling out jumpers at the beginning of the week, and now yeah,
it's been crazy. Well, that's what I've been looking at for the weekend. I'm like, what's the temperature? Hot in Sydney.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Here you go. Tony Ann's got an interesting one here. I'm looking forward to my first restful sleep tonight for years. Just had tests and I stopped breathing 113 times every hour. Jeez.
Wow.
No wonder I'm always tired and got a headache and fall asleep anywhere, anytime. I'm so excited. I truly feel like my life is going to change. Yeah, sleep's a big thing, isn't it? People, like, Tonya, I don't know about you, but sleep is, if you're not getting good quality sleep, geez, it impacts your life in so many different ways, and emotionally, psychologically, physically, you name it. It's. I'm really happy that, you're going to have a good night's sleep, and you won't know yourself, Tony, and you'll go, this is great. So I'm thinking, did you go? I'm guessing there was a sleep apnea test you would have maybe done, Tony Ann, to work this out. And if you did, 113 times. That's just insane.
Amazing, isn't it? People that are similar to Tony Ann that are, finding that they need help with that and being able to. So I'd be tipping. Using the machine, Tony Ann? Is that what the difference will be?
Yeah, sleep apnea.
Is that still the answer for sleep apnea? Because I'm not right up with it, but
I know.
Got a
gut feeling. Yeah, I think you're right, Tonya. I think you're right. I think if I had to guess, Tony Ann, they'll put you on the machine. I was going to say dialysis, but it's not your kidney. That's a problem, is it? No, they'll put you. It's they will, and all it does is feed oxygen in. That's all you do. And normally you just have the ones where it just goes straight on your nose. I think that's it, Tony Ann. Either which way, as Jen says it really well. She goes, you won't know yourself, Tony Ann. Sweet dreams, absolutely. We really hope that it works out well for you. I'll get the machine today. I avoid getting one. Now I'm so tired. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, isn't it? You need to get to that point in your life, Tony Ann, where you go, enough's enough. Just give me something that's going to work. And you found it, which is a beautiful thing. I'm very, very happy for you. Really happy. So let us know how it goes. Can you remind us, Tony Ann, if you're on next week, just remind us how you did go, because there could be somebody else on this feed going through the same thing. Actually, Tony Ann, it could be me in about 3 or 4 years' time. Let me know how you went.
We never know, do we?
You don't. Here I am trying to be some saint going, oh yeah, do it for somebody else. I go, no, Tony Ann told me for me. It's like really selfish. I need it.
I know. And sleep is I've always been the best sleeper, right? Sleep for me, I can sleep anywhere, anytime. But since going through since menopause coming with the hormones, you become a bit of a lighter sleeper. And I'm like, drives me bonkers, because it's sometimes I'm waking up and I'm like, I need to be sleeping. I want my sleep. So it's given me a new perspective on what it's like to not be able to sleep quite as easily.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's important, guys. But that's why they say meditation's really good too, because I don't know how accurate this bit of information I got, but apparently it was research. And the research said, Tonya, that for what was it? For let's say 30 minutes of meditation equated to 4 hours worth of sleep.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine like you only have to meditate and come out of it and you feel like you've recharged your whole system.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, actually, Tony, and you're a bit of a spiritual guru. I know you're the lady with the numbers. You're very handy with the numbers too. Anything that you've said from a numerology point of view has always been 100% with you, Tony, and you blow me away. I think you're one of the best in the game. I've had other people give it a crack, and I've just gone, but you're very good at it. And I'm just thinking, because you're a spiritual guru, do you meditate as well, or does that help at all, or where's that at? That would be really interesting too, because sometimes you just don't get the time. I get it. Like, because you're spiritually inclined doesn't mean you meditate. You know, that they
No,
always
and
think that.
that's why a lot of people like to gather for meditation, because it creates that commitment. And I know myself, even if I run groups here with retreats and we do meditations, it's really powerful. Like, and it sort of keeps you on track. So I can only imagine, you know, having regular meditation, whether it's classes or, you know, committing to that will then help you continue the practice because you're feeling the difference.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Jen she goes, good point in here, Jen. She goes, sleep deprivation over time can be detrimental. One of my course teachers, lack of sleep due to small child, she became very unwell. I believe she's no longer teaching us. I'm sorry, Jen. I thought you were going to say she's no longer with us because she's died.
So did I.
Jen, Tonia, you and I are both. Do you know what, Tonia? When we're in hell, this is why. When we look at each other, we go, "How did you get here?" I go, "Remember that comment that Jen put on, and we both pissed ourselves laughing because we thought the lady died." This is why, Jen. My apologies.
Comedy 101. Come on,
I think the important thing, Jen, is what you're saying here. Is that she didn't die, but no, how detrimental it was. Yeah, she became very unwell, and it is linked to sleep deprivation. Absolutely, I think she's still on this planet. Yeah. Oh, look,
sorry, Jen.
I know.
God.
I'd love to say only a mother could. No, you can take us everywhere because at least they'll laugh. Tony Ann goes, yeah, I've heard that too, but when you don't sleep, you fall asleep when you try to meditate. Yeah, I love meditating, actually, because it's true. You know, how many people do you hear that, Tanya, where they go, oh, every time I do a meditation, I fall asleep. And Tony Ann's going, yeah, bring it on. I'll meditate all the time. So, yeah. So it is true. And it's, you know, Tony Ann, this is an interesting one. I remember being sleep deprived. Sleep deprived for me came when I had a job once. Flying around a lot, doing a lot of leadership courses and all this stuff. But when you fly a lot, everybody goes, oh, you're in all these different parts of the country and overseas and this, that must be great. It absolutely sucks. I got so burnt out. Really, like it is a tough gig. There's no routine or anything. Tony Ann, I got to the point where I remember I could sit in an aeroplane seat and fall asleep within 2 seconds. And I'm talking about really crap economy class seats, and it didn't matter if it was reclined or not, but you're that exhausted, you just nod off, and it was just insane. That's when you know you're exhausted. Gay's on board. How are you, Gay? Something positive happened with you.
I want photos of your new house, Gay. We haven't seen it yet. How amazing.
How did your move go?
Yes. How long have you been? How many sleeps now, Gay? That's what we do. Does everyone still do that? How many sleeps?
Yeah. Orla does it a lot. She goes, yeah, absolutely. Funny things though, I fall asleep in a minute, but as soon as I get to the end, it's like wise-eyed open, and I feel like you've been there for 5. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it, Jen? I think there's something because you can hear it, so a subconscious thing. So you just praise it. I think you fall asleep, it turns off the cognitive part of your brain, and you go into your spiritual realm, if you want to call it that. I don't even know what a spiritual realm is.
That is funny.
Yeah, Gay. You know what, Gay? We're talking about. Yeah, Gay's just asked. She goes sleep. She goes, what's that? Good question. Gay, we're just talking. Like Tony Ann was just saying that she did a sleep apnea test, and she found out that she stopped breathing 113 times. Was it in an hour or was it per minute?
I think
It was
throughout the night, like, yeah, through the night, I'm
it,
tipping.
it was a lot of time. So she basically was struggling with it, like from just a fatigue point of view and everything like that. So she's looking forward to having her first proper night's sleep. So, Gay, I'm just curious as well. Have you gone through something like this before? Do you struggle? It's per hour. Yeah, I thought it was per hour.
Wow,
Yep, yep,
per hour.
yeah.
Oh my God. Wow.
So that means every 30 seconds you're not breathing,
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
which is a lot.
Gay's got a machine and she still doesn't sleep.
Gay, you make me laugh on way too many levels. Like, have you tried turning it on, Gay? That's the best question I've asked you.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. God, you gotta have a laugh, don't you? It's a bit of fun. Bit of fun.
Exactly. Have restless leg syndrome, as in like seriously, or like are you just talking like a figure of speech, Gay? Um, uh, but uh, she goes, yeah, we've been there 9 days. Garage is still full of boxes. So, so how are you going? And I like who somebody else put in here. Tony Ann did. Of course she did. Love it. Guy's new house is ace. I had the honor of blessing and cleansing it for her and Mr. G, which
Yeah,
is
love
so
it.
nice. That's a nice thing to do. Hey, Tony Ann, did you check out what number it was? Like what house number she got? Because I'd be curious to what you came up with that. Jen says as well, my mum didn't sleep well with hers, so she didn't use it. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Yeah, I don't know enough about it.
You'd have to push through. Look, I would imagine it would be hard to get used to, but I think if you wanted the benefits like what Tony Ann's sharing there, you want to be feeling better, you'd have to push through the fact that it's different.
Here you go, 46, Tony Ann. Start crunching the numbers.
I like
46
that.
is 10, isn't it? Which becomes a 1. Well, don't take away Tony Ann's job, but what do you reckon it is, Tonia? What's a 1 mean?
I love a 1. Like I've recently resonated with number 1, I think is a powerhouse to me. 1 is the beginning.
Okay, yep.
So you tapped a new beginning gate. Whoa, are we there? Sorry.
Yeah, you're there. I can hear you. It was just a little bit breaking up. You said so it's a powerhouse. One's the beginning of something.
Is Tony back? Are we at? Yeah, I'm just wondering if the internet's not buffering or something. No, you're there. Is it me?
I don't know. We're all here. Like you're a little bit. You were breaking up a little bit, but now you're back on.
I'm not sure whether
Katrina. Katrina. Here you go, Tony Ann. Get cracking. Like no time for sleep on this gig. Katrina's seeing 333 lately. And that's, what I think of when I see 333. I don't know about you, Tonia, but those olives that you get in the jar? That's brand 333.
Isn't it 888?
That's threes. That's a racing car's 888.
Oh, yeah. 333s, yes. I'm a little smudgy.
What's that mean? That's okay. You're fine. It's all good. What do the threes mean? Like you're actually, so now Tonia Reeves, this is your area of expertise. This is one where you look for, Katrina, help me out here. But do you know how Tonia says that you look for signs? And like it could be a bird, it could be a plane, it could be whatever it is. But she's seeing 333 lately. So what's that? Do you need to combine powers with Tony Ann to work out what 333 is and why that's coming up for her?
Absolutely. And you can, I love the threes. Threes to me are ascendant masters. So I love the power of the 3. And the fact that it's 3 numbers of 3 to me is really amplified. So for me personally, and again, you can look it up, and I'm sure Tony Ann has the correct, what it is. But I find 3s are really stepping up into power for me. And it's the wisdom of the ascendant masters that are kind of around to go, right, there's some big stepping up and some powerhouse here at play. So I find 3s for me means there's a big step up somewhere. But yeah, I find them really powerful.
So when you mean a little step up, so for Katrina, what's it mean? Like she's being elevated somewhere, or what is it for her?
So this could be yes, work or, yes. I usually find it's something significant. So stepping into power, whether that's career, I find threes are a little bit more business driven. For me, that's what I find. So if I get the threes or the triple threes, I will look at where there's power being amplified around me.
Okay, nice. Okay. How's that work for you, Katrina? I know you said I'm protected and surrounded by my ascended masters. You sound like a superhero, Katrina. I'm protected and surrounded by my ascended masters. That's pretty cool. I like
Mm. And Tony Ann's popping. And Jeanette says hi from Japan. Hey, Jeanette. It's on the
Konnichiwa.
holidays. Woohoo!
Jeanette, you're in one of my favorite countries in the world. Whereabouts in Japan are you? You got to know that is it your first time? Have you been before? And let us know where you are. I'm so glad that you've jumped on board and said good day. It's really, really, really cool. Jen, you can't. Can I just pull up Jen for a minute? She wants to get involved with the conversation. So she throws out every number she can think. She goes, yeah, I've been seeing triple ones, triple twos, triple threes, triple fours, triple fives here more so in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I haven't, Jen. You just want to jump on board. So you went from 1 to 5, thinking one of those 5 numbers has to be a power sign or a lucky one. Look, Jen, I'm going to say you're lucky and you've got your ascended masters around you, okay? With all your numbers. That's what I've been saying. Lorinda's got triple fours.
Oh, I like the fours too. Fours are angel numbers. I love fours.
Angel numbers, really?
Yeah. Fours are, and often, spirit or your family, friends in spirit letting you know they're around in an angelic way with the fours.
Here you go. Katrina puts in, probably my new job, making changes and positive differences for people who are palliative.
Beautiful.
Wow. That's, Katrina, I could go down this path big time. That's pretty powerful then.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
Jen's telling me I have to take note of numbers. You know what I've done, Jen? You're going to now do this. I'm going to be looking out for numbers everywhere. Just so you're going to send me. I'm going to become this psycho who just looks for numbers everywhere. But yeah, I like it. Yeah, Katrina sounds like she's in a really good place.
Absolutely. That's making a difference, and when people are at that palliative stage of their life, like you would want somebody like Trine there to support you. She'd be amazing at that. Absolutely.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that.
Amazing.
I like the one that I'm going to go back to a Tony Ann comment in regards to Gay's new house. Now, this is a really interesting one where she says Gay and Mr. G find they are more independent in this house, which is really interesting. That's a really powerful thing to say, because there was so much fear and so much uncertainty of moving into this new house. And the way Tony Ann says, well, these guys got a lot more independence within this house. I wonder how you're feeling about it, Gay, the energy that you're getting from your home, settling in it. You're doing the nesting period at the moment. So, yeah, I'd love to know. It's always a big move.
Absolutely. And also, Gay, what made you decide on that house? Like, I always love to find out the whys, Was it you walked in and went, yep, this is it? Was it, because I think it's fascinating how we make decisions on, and to move from somewhere that you've lived for 35 years to somewhere new, that's massive. Totally massive.
That is. It's a very big change. Sorry, I was just reading that. Go for it.
Jeanette's put in here, flying home tonight in Yokohama, sailed around. Now, I don't know, Tony, you have to pronounce all of these because...
Kochi.
Yeah.
Kochi. Tokyo. Busan. Amore. No, I made it Italian, didn't I?
I love it.
When the moon... Osaka and a few others.
Good on you, Jeanette.
That sounds amazing. Oh, Jeanette's got 11:11 for me for the past few days.
Doorways opening. Love it.
Is that what that means?
Yeah. If you look at the double ones, like there's a gap and a 1 and then a gap and a 1. To me, it's like that's the pathway. It's like, let's do it. And ones are
Okay.
powerful. I love, like, to me, ones are really, it's like when you start to create a dialogue with numbers, if I get 9 or if I look at something that's got 9, I go, oh, I'll
Is
be
that the
drawn to
end?
it, but it's not long lived. It's never long lived. So I'm a
Oh,
numbers
really?
person. Yeah. So if
Okay.
I connect with something and I do the numbers and it's 9, I go, oh yeah, I won't have it for long, whatever it may be.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
that's just me. I'm not saying that's the same for everyone, but the more you create that dialogue of going, what does that number feel for me? And what sign is that? That's when you know that's a yes, that's a no.
Oh, I like that a lot. It's a nice way. It's a nice way of reading into it. Jeanette goes, saw the biggest Buddha here in Amoro.
Wow.
The AO, the AO
Keep
froze me on this. Was amazing.
Yeah, so Gay's put in here, Mr. G and I are so happy with our move. No tears as we drove away. The view of this house is amazing. Living on the lake, birds and trees, just beautiful. Came to this house 6 years ago, and that's what drew me wanting to live in Hidden Valley. Wow. So did you know someone that lived there, Gay, or did you just see it on the market then? Like, isn't that interesting? Was there a connection to that
I was
house? As
waiting
in,
for her to answer. I was going, yeah, Gabe, can you answer the question? Like, come on.
it's so hard when you got to type. It's like quickly
I
respond.
know. That's a good question. I want to know the answer to that.
So
Yeah, isn't it
obviously we're
interesting?
talking numbers today, so everyone's got to look out for the numbers after this show.
She was a beautician. So was it your beautician that you're seeing and she was working from home and that's the house you'd go to? Look, I'm just trying to join dots here for you, go where I really shouldn't. Just your story.
No, that's cool. I think that makes sense. So how amazing.
Mm.
How amazing. No, I love it. And it's a fresh start, isn't it? When you move, there's always that, oh, fresh start. Tony needs to write them down.
I do. I do. You know what? You guys know me way too well. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, but what do you do?
Have fun, Jeanette. Thanks for jumping on. We'll always appreciate you and your insights. So exciting.
I'm
You're going to be so
excited.
excited.
I know.
Keep up with
And
those number ones and follow the path.
yeah,
Yeehaw.
exactly. I'll tell you what, if you and Andrew haven't done Tokyo before, I think you guys would love it. It's an amazing big city. I think you guys will get a lot of. Although you're from the
Well,
country, it's the
yeah.
most. It is not overcrowded. Like it is busy, but it's not overcrowded. There's a lot of space. It's clean as. People are really. They're not loud. They're actually quite quiet for such a populated city. It is just amazing, absolutely amazing. I can't speak of Japan or Tokyo highly enough. It is really, really cool. Yes, Katrina, I know I am lucky. Bird did shit on me, so I'm going to roll with that luck for this week. Don't you worry.
Yes,
You don't need
absolutely.
numbers for that, do you? Just need a bit of
Lucky
bird
to
shit.
get that
I would have been
lucky
happy.
energy.
Do you know what? I would have been happier to see some numbers to know that I was lucky this week. Obviously, I missed the sign, so I just had to get something more obvious.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank goodness for a public holiday here, says Lorinda. My new job sees me working every day, so I don't get to join anymore. So great to connect,
Oh,
Lorinda. So great that you could be on. Kylie's putting here, everyone's talking about Japan lately. I've missed what we're
geez.
talking about. We're talking about anything, Kylie. We're talking about numbers, signs. A few people have shared they're seeing repeat numbers or triple numbers, like, triple ones, threes, fours, fives, and what they mean, and which is a bit of fun. So
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of putting it out there that everyone's going to see number signs today.
Yep. Absolutely. But Kylie, Japan's been the talk for this whole 12 months, hasn't it? So like, do you remember when everybody was talking about going to Vietnam? Like, you had to go to Vietnam. Vietnam was the place to go. It's going back before COVID. And then we all went there. Yeah, I think Japan will be a bit of a. It's always been there in the back burner for a lot of people, but once you go, Kylie, you'll know what everybody's talking about. It's a super great place. I did get 11:11 all of the time. Okay.
Yeah, which is great. So that's really powerful. That's that power number. Power number. You know, crazy, crazy, crazy. You know, the ones are really, really powerful. So pretty cool. Now, also, I need to give the heads up because I'm going to be on the road with my horse next week for a couple of weeks. So we probably won't be doing TNT. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, unless I can get, we're doing 270 kilometers on the horses.
That's pretty exciting, though. That's really
That
good.
is. So that is like, if I survive it, no, I will.
No, you will. I know you've been working up to this, and it's a really important thing for you. So we'll be wishing you, say, a couple of weeks off, guys. Let's just take down notes, do whatever. Let's just live our lives, and hopefully we get through it. And you got Jen goes, Peter Williams is in Japan at the moment, has been posting lives. Oh my God, the video store was massive. Yeah, they do everything on steroids over there. It's huge, Jen. It is pretty cool. But let's go. We're going to do a wrap up, really important wrap up today. Tonia Reeves at the Sydney Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, which should be fantastic. I'll be catching up with Tonia tomorrow, which will be really a lot of fun. Yep. And if you're in Sydney, get on down to it. It's a free gig. Like Tonia normally charges for these. You get into the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival if you want to connect with a loved one, or just, you know what, do what Orla and I did. I've seen your show before, but Orla hadn't seen it before, and she was just like absolutely. She was a skeptic before. She was like, no, this is.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
it's a little bit like, yeah, a bit. And yeah, they meet me and they're really nice. Like people go, oh, she's really nice, but they're like, don't know what she does.
But do you know what? But now all this stuff. Like we're at the accountant the other day, and we're still trying to land a new physio on that. And Orla, this is the first one I've actually. This is your influence, Tonia Reeves. She goes, I feel the energy that somebody's about to come on board just before Christmas. And I'm looking, I'm going, what the, where did you come from? You've never spoken in those terms. I feel the energy, I sense. It's like, what? Like all is so science driven. She's got a degree in microbiology. If the two atoms don't go together, it doesn't work, right? Now she's talking about this spiritual energy that she can feel all of a sudden.
I love it.
Wow. Yeah, I have to bite my tongue on that one. So well done, Tonia. That's the influence that you've had on people. So if you're one of those people, get down and see Tonia Reeves and you can change your life.
Exactly. I love it. And I love, I love that. I say to people, it's healthy to be skeptical. Like, it's,
of course it
you
is.
Don't need to buy in and don't feed the medium. Sometimes I'm like, don't tell me anymore. Let me tell you, because it's like people get excited and they want to share the story. And I'm like, stop sharing. I will share the story.
That's right. Yeah,
share the story for you.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is very, very cool. But look, I'm excited for you. It should be really cool to get you down in Sydney. A lot of people are going to be impacted and you're going to help connect people that have had loved ones pass away, which is always a beautiful thing to see and witness. And for the person going through it, it's magical. You can't, that it's all about connection in this world, isn't it? Who we're connected to and everything like that. You build that bridge for them, which is a lovely gift that you have. So definitely come on down if you're in Sydney. It's great. If you're not in Sydney, come down for the weekend. Look, some people will say hello and some people will be polite to you in Sydney. The rest of them I can't even apologize for them now because I don't get it.
That's funny.
What my favorite thing to do is when I come to work is drive to work is I love allowing other people to, cut in front of us and get in front, like leave the space. So if I leave the space and I think the shock from somebody actually being allowed to get into a lane, opposed to them just pushing themselves into a lane and cutting you off. It gives me a better feeling straight away. I feel like honestly, I'm like a god almost. Like I've given this person a gift to get in front of me in traffic. So you won't be having that. If I'm, behind you, then yes. But other than that, let's not have too many expectations. Let's just keep them really low.
Absolutely.
Come to Sydney is what I'm saying. Yeah, just what I'm encouraging you to come to Sydney is what I'm saying.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much. And don't forget, we've got to caption, we've got to share Tony's post about capturing his pose. I want to see some hilarious ones. I'm going to share it and we'll
there are
tag
some
all
good
our
ones,
Sydney friends, right? Because I really want this to go. Let's get it viral. Like, this is going to be fun. I can't wait to read all the responses of Tony doing his pose, looking like
I don't even know what the pose is. I don't think it exists. I know, it's pretty sad. It is. All right, folks. We'll see these guys November, realistically.
It will be, yeah. It'll be after what we term here as Melbourne Cup. So it'll be after that, probably.
After that,
I believe, yeah. So it will be possibly 3 weeks. I think that will be.
Okay.
I really suck at times and dates. Sometime in November.
After the Melbourne Cup. There you go.
I'll keep posted. I'm going to do some lives when I'm on the ride. I thought I'll add some fun to people's days. That's the plan. See how good I am at committing to plan.
Yeah, that's right. We'll see how we go on that one. Yes, absolutely. Guys, thank you very much for today. See you later. Bye-bye.
Take care. Have a wonderful week. See you, woman.